think it's time, if you don't mind guys, perhaps you could pass me the next course up with duck, which looks fantastic, I say. It really does look good. So we've got the duck breast there, we've got a nice little confit of the duck leg. Now, talk to me about this lollipop kind of situation we've got here. What exactly has Michael put into this?
Chana, chickpeas.
So, now, can I ask you that again? Now, chickpeas, because Michael mentioned that to me in the kitchen as well, and it's called chana.
The Indian name is
Now, you see, I didn't know it.
But in the doubles, where we had it, they use the chana.
Yeah,
this is
doubles, you know. Don't get me going about those doubles.
We love doubles.
Hang on a minute.
Hey.
I know this is new. I know this is
say no to doubles.
A plate of doubles with a gun. Sorry.
I know. There's a lady that sells them in a van here, and I try every week.
Is it?
You see,
So this is the same
here's a
chana.
lady that knows. So, in there we've got the chana, we've got
Yam.
and yams.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Which he rices, and then he sort of
There's
mashes it all together.
So there's an Asian and African
Exactly.
influence
Yeah,
in
exactly.
this here.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Oh,
That's why we do that.
I've got to say, this is what I like, the dishes I've tried from yourself and also from Michael. There is, you can always tell good chefs when they can absolutely balance the flavours just right, that all the flavours are coming through. Nothing is masked. This is telling like the same again. The chickpea is the first taste of it, then you get the yam and there's a little spice, everything else going on behind it. It's starting this kind of fireworks of flavours in the mouth, isn't it?
There's a bit of sweetness.
That's panko on the
I
outside.
love that. Do you know what?
That's beautiful.
I haven't eaten a lollipop for years. But I tell you what now, this is becoming a favourite already. Oh.
And what's this red? What's this brown sauce? Is that reduced balsamic vinegar? Yeah.
And then we've got the duck breast here, so we'll taste before I get to the confit, which is always my favourite, so I'll save that for the last one. And what is actually been put into the sauce here?
Pineapple. It is a pineapple reduction with star anise and cloves. Also, quite a few things in there. It was a reduction on
Eats like butter. That eats like butter. Now,
wafer.
now this is wafer. What is the wafer actually made from?
From, again, I came in at the end of this, and it looked to me like it was, again, a curry mixture that he brushes on a baking pan and then bakes it.
And that's what it sort of tastes like. You can tell, because first of all you see it, you expect it to be something like a
thin shaving of something like a plantain or
something like that.
potato or a yam.
Yeah, something like that. But the moment then you look at the texture of it and you start to bite into it, it hasn't got that because it's definitely man-made. You know, you have got that smoothness rather than the texture you're going to find inside a plantain or anything like that. Very, very nice. And now, still what I've been waiting for. And I love, you know, something like a nice confit of duck, which we all know is a melt in the mouth sensation. You know, it really is.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that shows me a good confit. Do you know what? I could win with you when I taste things like this, you know.
Well, you know, I've got a knife in there.
What do you think? So have you tried that?
Wonderful combination.
Yeah.
And from both, you know, asking both of you, I mean, Cassandra, it'd be interesting to see what you think about these guys' thoughts, because obviously their upbringing, from Hassan's point of view, living in Trinidad for the majority of his life, And this is very much on a different note actually for Barrington, because obviously, you know, you had a lot of Jamaican influence all of your life from your parents. You should know from what we've seen so far, and particularly from this style, because this is actually presenting a whole new style of Asian and West Indies, Caribbean cuisine to us, isn't it? What do you think of it? I mean,
I'm impressed. I'm very happy to see that, you know, we have evolved from the basic, you know, like stews and curries, and the combination of, you know, new cookery styles are being used to showcase our Caribbean, you know, produce, you know.
Yeah, because it's interesting what, you know, both of you, you know, as over, you know, all the flavours that we've looked at, everything that we've tasted, and it is quite interesting because I know I can see smiles come up on their faces when they see something in its, you know, with all the originality about it, the true authentic. And I see, you know, you showed me, of course, when you introduced me to the doubles. We talked about that. When we're in Jamaica, the dishes we had there, you know, and all of the flavours that we've had, but I can tell these guys, they smile when they see just this stew simmering away. So it was interesting to know.
You know what, I'm excited because I'm excited for the British public because they don't know what's going to hit them. Every other cuisine has been at the forefront of food. This cuisine, like I'm trying to say, every food in the Caribbean has got its own word. This food here, they don't know what's going to hit them next year.
It's a wake-up call, you know?
It's a wake-up call. This is proper food, and you can take it to a la carte, not just like me growing up as a child and the food's in your lap on a bowl with a spoon. We've taken it to a different level, this, and that's what I like and that's what I love, and I'm so passionate about it. This thing can work.
I think the beauty of this is as well, exactly from what you're saying there, Barrington, from in your restaurant and of course in your whole sort of, you know, your food company, you know, your catering company, you can actually take little bits of each and you'll gel them together. And the great thing is what we found over these last few weeks is the fact that they do gel so nicely together, these flavours. There's such a great combination. I hadn't realised at all just how clever the food in the West Indies is, of how you can take, and I know that might sound odd to people who are living over here thinking, clever, what's clever about it? What's clever about it is exactly what you said earlier, Sandra. And that is the fact that, you know, all of those flavours from Africa, India, China, Europe, it goes on and goes on and goes on, from all around the world. And I think it's been pulled off like, I don't think there's any other cuisine in the world that can quite pull off that sort of mixture of flavours and get a good end result.
Real fusion food, you know?
True fusion. True fusion. Whereas quite often in Europe you see nothing but confusion. That's the difference.
Well said.
And the best thing to do with this is almost suck it off the bone.
So what did you do in Jamaica?
Pardon?
Did you do a manish water?
We did do a manish water. We did a brown stew.
Just carry on, Chesson. Can we get cutaways, guys? Just people.